Hello, friends. Today we explore the fascinating story of powerful woman in ancient history. Her name was Cleopatra Seven Philopator. Many people remember her beauty, but her real power was her intelligence, courage, and dangerous political strategy. Cleopatra was not simply a queen sitting in a place. She was a ruler in a world full of war, ambition, and betrayal. Powerful men ruled great empires, yet somehow this young woman managed to influence them and protect her kingdom. She was born in 69 BC in Egypt, in the famous city of Alexandria. At that time, Egypt was rich but politically unstable. The country was ruled by the Greek family called the Ptolemies, who had controlled Egypt since the time of Alexander the Great. The royal palace where Cleopatra grew up was full of power struggles. Brothers competed with brothers, sisters for sisters, and trust was rare. In this dangerous environment, Cleopatra learned something important very early. Power must be protected carefully. Unlike many rulers of her time, Cleopatra loved learning. She studied philosophy, science, and politics. She also spoke many languages. Historians say she could speak directly with many different nations without translators, which made her very respected. Her father, King Ptolemy VII, ruled Egypt before her. When he died, the throne did not pass to Cleopatra alone. According to Egyptian tradition, she had to rule together with her younger brother Ptolemy VIII. But sharing power inside the royal palace was never easy. Advisors around the young king wanted control. Soon, Cleopatra and her brother became enemies. The palace became divided and dangerous political games began behind closed doors. Soon the situation became so serious that Cleopatra was forced to leave Alexandria. Her own brother's supporters pushed her out of power suddenly. The young queen was no longer ruling Egypt. She was in exile, far from her throne. Many leaders would have disappeared forever after losing power like this. But Cleopatra was not an ordinary leader. Instead of giving up, she began planning carefully. She waited for the perfect moment to return. At that exact moment, a powerful Roman leader arrived in Egypt. His name was Julius Caesar. Rome was the strongest empire in the world, and Caesar had come to Egypt while chasing his enemy during a Roman civil war. Cleopatra understood something very quickly. If she could gain Caesar's support, she could regain her throne, but reaching him was extremely dangerous. Her brother's guards controlled the palace and would never allow her inside. So, Cleopatra created one of the most famous plans in history. According to legend, she secretly entered the palace hidden inside a large carpet delivered to Caesar's room. When the carpet was opened, the young queen appeared before him. This bold and risky move shocked Caesar. Instead of seeing an enemy, he saw a confident and intelligent ruler. Cleopatra spoke directly with him about politics, power, and the future of Egypt. Their meeting changed everything. Caesar decided to support Cleopatra. Soon a short but intense war began inside Alexandria between the supporters of Cleopatra and the forces loyal to her brother. The conflict ended with Cleopatra victorious. With Roman support, she returned to the throne of Egypt. Her brother Ptolemy VIII died during the fighting, and Cleopatra became the true ruler of the country. but her connection with Julius Caesar became more than political. Their relationship created both admiration and scandal across the Roman world. Later, Cleopatra gave birth to a son named Caesarion. For Cleopatra, this child represented more than family. He represented a possible future alliance between Egypt and Rome. But Roman politics were extremely dangerous, and Caesar himself had many powerful enemies. In 44 BC, shocking news arrived from Rome. Julius Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators who feared his growing power. His death created chaos across the Roman world. For Cleopatra, this moment was extremely dangerous. Her strongest ally was gone. Roman politics quickly turned into another brutal power struggle between several ambitious leaders. Among these leaders was a famous Roman general named Mark Antony. He was powerful, respected by soldiers, and determined to control the eastern part of the Roman world. Cleopatra and Mark Antony eventually met in the city of Tarsus. Their meeting became another legendary moment in history. Cleopatra arrived on a magnificent ship decorated like a floating palace. The scene impressed everyone. Antony expected a normal diplomatic meeting, but instead he saw a queen who understood power, theater, and political influence better than many rulers of her time. Soon their relationship became both political and personal. Antony needed resources and support for his military campaigns. Cleopatra needed protection for Egypt and stability for her throne. Together they formed a powerful alliance. For a time, it seemed Cleopatra's strategy was working perfectly. Egypt remained rich and independent, while Rome's strongest leaders competed to power. But in Rome, another man was rising. His name was Octavian, the adopted son of Julius Caesar. Octavian was intelligent, patient, and extremely ambitious. He saw Antony's alliance with Cleopatra as a threat in Roman politics. Cleopatra was often portrayed as a dangerous foreign queen trying to control Roman leaders. Octavian used this image carefully in his political campaigns. He convinced many Romans that Antony had become weak because of Cleopatra's influence. Slowly, public opinion began turning against them. Soon, the conflict between Octavian and Antony became unavoidable. It was not only a political rivalry anymore, it was a struggle for control of entire Roman world. The final confrontation happened in 31 BC during the famous naval battle called the Battle of Actium. Antony and Cleopatra faced the powerful forces of Octavian. The battle changed history forever. Octavian's navy defeated the combined forces of Antony and Cleopatra. Their alliance collapsed and their power began disappearing quickly. After the defeat, Antony and Cleopatra returned to Egypt, but the situation was hopeless. Octavian's armies moved closer to Alexandria, and the future of their rule looked darker every day. Inside the palace, tension grew. Loyal supporters worried about the coming invasion. Enemies inside Egypt also began changing sides, hoping to survive the new political reality. Antony's confidence slowly disappeared. His military strength was gone, and Roman soldiers no longer believed victory was possible. Cleopatra now faced the most dangerous moment of her entire life. But even in this dark situation, Cleopatra continued thinking strategically. She tried negotiating with Octavian while also preparing possible escape plans. Every decision could decide the fate of Egypt. The end of this dramatic story was approaching quickly. Octavian's army entered Alexandria, and the final chapter of Cleopatra's life was about to begin. Yet, the way Cleopatra faced this final moment would become one of the most famous legends in human history, and the truth behind that final decision still fascinates historians even today. Inside Alexandria, fear slowly spread through the streets. Roman soldiers were getting closer every day. People whispered about the power of Octavian. Everyone knew that when Rome decided to conquer a land, it rarely failed. Inside her palace, Cleopatra's seven Philopator understood the situation clearly. Her armies were weak, her allies were disappearing, and her greatest supporter, Mark Antony, was losing hope. Yet Cleopatra refused to panic. She was still thinking carefully. Antony had once been one of Rome's most powerful generals. Thousands of soldiers respected him. But after the defeat at the Battle of Actium, his confidence slowly faded. His enemies in Rome were now stronger than ever. Rumors spread through the palace corridors. Some advisors secretly contacted Octavian's forces, hoping to protect their future. Cleopatra knew betrayal was possible at any moment. Trust inside the palace had become extremely fragile. Meanwhile, Octavian continued moving closer to Alexandria. His plan was simple. He wanted to capture Cleopatra alive and bring her to Rome as a symbol of victory. For him, it will prove that Rome ruled the entire Mediterranean world. Cleopatra understood this humiliation very clearly. In Roman tradition, defeated rulers were displayed during victory parades. Crowds would watch them walk in chains. For a proud queen, this future was unacceptable. While Octavian's army surrounded the city, tension grew stronger every hour. Markets closed, early citizens spoke quietly. Many wondered if Egypt's long independence was finally coming to an end. Inside the palace, Cleopatra prepared different plans. She studied possible escape routes, secret tunnels, and hidden treasures. But escaping Rome's power was almost impossible now. At the same time, strategy approached quickly. A false message reached Mark Antony. Someone told him Cleopatra had already taken her own life. The news shocked him deeply and destroyed the little hope he still had. Believing Cleopatra was gone, Antony made a desperate choice. According to Roman tradition, a defeated warrior could choose death rather than humiliation. Antony fell on his sword, hoping to end his suffering. But fate played a cruel trick. Antony didn't die immediately. His loyal servants carried the wounded general toward Cleopatra's palace. When Cleopatra saw him brought inside, the moment became one of the most tragic scenes in history. The once powerful Roman general was now weak and bleeding. Cleopatra held him while he struggled to speak. Antony told her not to trust Octavian completely and to protect their children if possible. Soon after, Mark Antony died in her arms. The man who once commanded great armies and challenged Rome's strongest leaders was gone. Cleopatra now stood alone against the unstoppable power of Rome. Octavian's soldiers soon entered Alexandria. The city that once symbolized Egypt's wealth and knowledge was now under Roman control. Cleopatra was placed under guard inside her own palace. Octavian wanted her alive. Bringing Cleopatra to Rome would strengthen his political image. A captured queen would prove his victory to the Roman people. But Cleopatra still controlled one thing, her final decision. She refused to allow Rome to decide how her story would end. For days, she carefully planned her final act. She spoke calmly with her servants and wrote letters to Octavian. Outwardly, she seemed peaceful, but inside, she was preparing something dramatic. According to the most famous story, Cleopatra arranged for a poisonous snake called and asked to be brought secretly into her chamber. The snake's bite was believed to cause a quick death. Historians still debate whether this story is completely true. Some believe she may have used hidden poison instead, but the legend of the snake became the most famous version. On that final day, in 30 BC, Cleopatra, dressed in royal clothing and sat calmly in her chamber. She wanted to die as a queen, not as a prisoner. Soon after, she was found dead with her death. How long? The long rule of the Ptolemaic dynasty ended. Egypt, once one of the greatest civilizations in the world, officially became part of the Roman Empire. Octavian later became known as Augustus, the first Roman emperor. His victory over Cleopatra and Antony helped him establish complete control over Rome. But Cleopatra's story didn't disappear. Instead, it became even more powerful over time. Writers, historians, and artists across centuries continued telling her dramatic life. Some ancient Roman writers described her as a dangerous woman who used charm to control powerful men, but modern historians often see her differently. They describe Cleopatra as a brilliant political strategist who fought bravely to protect her kingdom in an extremely dangerous political world. She spoke many languages, studied science and philosophy, and understood international politics better than many rulers of her time. Her alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony were not simply romantic stories, they were strategic partnerships designed to protect Egypt from Roman domination. For many years, her strategies worked. Egypt remained independent while powerful Roman leaders competed for control of their empire. Even after 2000 years, Cleopatra remains one of the most famous women in world history. Movies, books, and documentaries continue exploring her mysterious personality. But beyond the legends, her story shows something deeper. Leadership in dangerous times requires intelligence, courage, and difficult decisions. Cleopatra ruled during a period when powerful empires destroyed weaker kingdoms quickly. Yet, she managed to protect Egypt for many years through diplomacy and strategic alliances. Her life was full of ambition, risk, love, and political struggle. From exile to power, from alliance to defeat, every chapter of her story reveals the complexity of leadership. That is why Cleopatra still fascinates people around the world today. She was not just a beautiful queen, she was a ruler who challenged the most powerful empire of her time. And while learning about her life, you also practice your English listening and vocabulary through a real history story. Stories like this help us understand the world, improve our language skills, and discover the powerful people who shaped history.